Welcome to Sense and Nonsense A to Z, where we pick topics based off of the letter of the day. Today is episode 13 of season 2, featuring the letter M with a special Thanksgiving theme.
We're family and we're your hosts, AT and Z. So let's get started. Hey, merhaba.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Yeah, it's hello in Turkish.
Oh.
And how about a turkey hello? Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Oh my goodness.
Did you play that $1.9 billion lotto?
I did. Yeah.
Powerball
Did you?
it was.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. By the way, I had a winning ticket.
You did? How much
I
you
did.
win?
$4.
All right.
All right.
Good job.
I'm still in a red, but hey, I got that $4.
That's right.
And you know what I did with it?
What?
Play 2 more tickets.
Uh-huh.
I did the mega.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Because that's
Absolutely.
up there right now. So how are things going with you?
Oh, I am frustrated by the school system here. So trying to navigate that with like very little hopes of resolution of any kind.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I wish there was someone you can go to, like further up the chain than you have already.
Well, I've gone to the superintendent of schools for the state. I really can't go much further than that, and it doesn't seem to get very far. Nothing seems to really happen. So they just kick it back down.
Well,
They
sure.
kick it back down to this person, that person, which they don't care either. So
Yeah.
it's just a round robin of frustration.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The autistic programs, they're really lacking. Let's put it that way.
Yes, they really are, especially in this state. They really are.
It's a shame. It's a
Mhm.
real shame.
Absolutely.
Anything
How are you
else?
doing?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I had an eye exam, so I got that taken care of. Getting new now I got to wait for the glasses. It's going to take a week. We'll see how that goes. But that's really about it. And Thanksgiving's coming, our special Thanksgiving episode.
Are you ready?
No, are you?
No. I don't even have a turkey yet.
No, I don't either. And I'm not going to qualify for a turkey because you have to have $400 with the ShopRite
Mhm.
shopping stuff, and you get a free turkey. Yeah, it's not going to happen
No.
because I go to Walmart a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you having any company coming over?
No, and that's one of the problems. If you struggle finding a bird small enough, I don't need a 12-pounder.
Well, I do turkey breast.
Oh, I don't, because I find that it doesn't have the same flavor, and there's a lot of dark meat that we enjoy too.
And that's good for soups too. Do you make soups?
Yes, absolutely.
soup.
Make a stock out of that for sure. So we just have to try and find a small bird. Otherwise, it
a waste.
feels like such a wasteful holiday. Yeah, but we don't make as many sides. We don't have like 14 sides or whatever. We only do like 2 sides on the day, or 3, and then like for leftovers we'll do a different set aside, so it's not so wasteful. But I get tired of turkey real quick. I can't eat leftovers.
Oh, I do too.
For ages.
No. I can do like 2 days worth of leftovers and then I'm kind of done.
Yeah, me too. It's just like,
Have you ever done it in a sandwich? Like do the turkey and the stuffing and potatoes on a sandwich with gravy?
No, I'm
No,
not
you
that
haven't.
kind of girl. I don't. I don't like things on my plate to touch. So I'm not sticking the whole business in a sandwich.
In a goulash. Right?
No, I'm not like Ross. On Friends. That's not what I'm looking for in a sandwich.
Oh, man.
I do eat pumpkin pie for breakfast, though.
Oh, I do
That's
too.
like my favorite part of
kidding me?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. So talking about Thanksgiving, how about our 10 questions Thanksgiving edition?
All right. Okay.
Alrighty. So I threw out the M edition, all right? This has nothing to do with them. I don't think.
Okay.
Question number 1. How do you cook your turkey?
In a Reynolds bag in the oven.
Oh.
Works great.
Nice.
Love it.
So we only do turkey breasts anymore, and we actually smoke it. Love it.
That's good.
Love it.
That's good.
It makes a big difference. And plus it's still juicy, even though you're smoking it for so many hours.
Mhm.
So get that started in the morning, and by the afternoon it's done.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So Number 2, what time is your Thanksgiving dinner usually?
Usually like 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then so that we can eat again later with like sandwiches or
It's all about eating
yeah.
on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. It's
Yeah.
like, what is Thanksgiving all about? It's about football and eating.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah. You got to get as much food in as possible.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Your favorite Thanksgiving dessert?
Pumpkin pie.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the best.
You had just said that you eat it for breakfast.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah. I love it.
I love it. Are you kidding me? Alrighty. I have another question about pumpkin pie, but that's later on. No, I'll do it now. Hold on. All right. So on your pumpkin pie,
Uh-huh.
Cool Whip or whipped cream?
I used to do Cool Whip, but then I looked at the ingredients. And so now I do whipped cream.
Whipped cream. Exactly. Exactly. I like mine plain, actually. I don't need anything on it.
I, for a long time, didn't have anything on it. But now I find that I do like the whipped cream on it.
Do you?
I
Even
do,
for
yeah.
breakfast? Even when you're eating it for
Yeah.
breakfast?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I mean, you put cream in your coffee, right?
Right.
And that's
true.
basically what whipped cream is.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So,
You're right. Yeah. Okay, we had also touched on this before. Your favorite Thanksgiving side dish? Because you said that you don't do too many sides anymore.
no.
But what's your favorite?
My favorite is my version of a green bean casserole that I do with shallots and mushrooms and green beans, but it's sauteed. It's not like a creamy thing anymore.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Ready.
What about you?
Interesting. Mine is yams.
Hmm.
I love yams.
I know. You do it with like
Apples.
marshmallows.
And I put the marshmallows on top.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like that.
No, I know. Hubby doesn't like it either, so I kind of 86 the marshmallows for the past couple of years.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't like that. No.
It looks pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay. What do you buy that you really should make from scratch for Thanksgiving?
Pumpkin pie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's, you know,
it's so much easier when you get
not
it out
only
of
that, it's
Yeah.
not only is it so much easier, but the ones you can buy now are so much better
Oh, yeah, they're
than the ones you
delish.
can make at home.
Sure.
It's so good. You
Yeah.
know, it used to be back in the day, like when I was
They were
young,
horrible back
they
in
were
the day. when-
terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had to make it yourself or else you
Mhm.
were like, oh man.
I know.
But now it's
Yeah.
like, oh, there's so many good ones.
Yeah,
that-
I agree. And then you bake it, so it's like
Mhm. Yeah.
it's not like it's frozen. Like
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you stuff your turkey with?
Citrus.
Okay.
An onion and some citrus.
Okay.
And it
Do you slice the citrus or do you just put it in whole?
have it.
You have it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Because it's funny, I do the same thing
Oh,
But I
really?
with apple.
Oh.
I slice an apple in half or a couple apples just to keep it moist on the inside. But I don't put stuffing in it. I haven't done
No.
that in years.
You shouldn't
years.
actually because
I know
it
it's
gets
like disgusting, right?
Yeah, it gets nasty. And it doesn't cook all the way anyway.
Exactly. That's part
Yeah.
of the problem.
Yeah.
You know? Okay. Let's see. I said that question because I mixed them around.
Oh.
All right. My next question. Cornbread?
I like it, but I tend to not because we have so many starches
Mhm.
that unless you're doing for like a big spread of people,
Right.
we can't do everything. So we tend to
Right.
not do that.
I always do cornbread.
Yeah.
It's a must. Okay. Any secret ingredients in your Thanksgiving recipes? Is it your green bean casserole that has a secret ingredient in there, the shallots?
Well, I like doing it with the shallots, and I do it with like mixed mushrooms instead of just all like buttons,
Mhm.
and it comes out really good.
Yeah, cool.
I used to do a modified, like an actual version of a green bean casserole with like cream and
Right. The mushroom
flour. And no,
soup. Okay.
no, with cream and flour and doing the whole making a roux and doing the whole business
Oh, you
like
do it
that.
that way. Okay.
And that was really good, but it was so time consuming.
It is. Very
and,
much.
I started lightening it up, and I'm like, you know what? I didn't really need the cream at all.
Mm.
So But no, I don't think so. I think everything is pretty straightforward. Do you have secret ingredients?
When I make my cornbread, I put a little maple syrup in it.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah. So that's my little secret ingredient. Okay. So what do you do with leftovers?
Well, I eat them until I can't stand it anymore.
Yeah, we
and
had
I throw
just
'em
talked
away.
about, and it's funny how these questions all kind of tied into what we were talking about before.
Yeah.
You know what I do? I actually make dishes,
That's a good idea.
and I put it in little tins, make the dishes, and that's how I do the leftovers. So this way, all you have to do is take one of the dishes out, throw it in the oven, heat it up, and you're done. You got
That's a
everything
great
on
idea.
it. Yeah, I do
That's
that.
a great idea.
Thanks.
Yeah, it
Little-
is.
Little dinner.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I was just going to make mention of something that came to me when I was thinking about all this Thanksgiving stuff. Back in 1988, we had gone to Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
and it was during Thanksgiving. And we looked around to see whether anything was going on, and there was this Thanksgiving buffet that was on like a ferry boat in Honolulu. So we were like, what the hell? Let's book it,
Yeah.
So we went over there. It was, I don't know, about 95% Asian people
Mm-hmm.
for this Thanksgiving buffet.
Uh-huh.
And there's only a couple of us that were American. And I remember an Australian couple tracked us down and said, do you mind if we sit with you? We don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but can we sit with you?
Yeah.
So, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
We'll celebrate Thanksgiving together. So, yeah, that just came to me the other day. And I was like, I got to mention that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fun. You want to do word game?
Let's do it.
All right. Do you have your envelope?
I do. And I have a special M edition with a Thanksgiving theme.
Well, I think she tried as well.
I'm told that it has to do with food. So
Okay.
just an FYI.
All right.
All right. All right. So the first clue is corn.
Corn. I don't know.
Okay. Synonym.
Maize?
There you go. Maize.
Oh my God.
I almost went for another one, by the way. I'll take another one. Okay, your turn.
November.
Month.
Yes.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah. All righty. Shiitake.
Mushroom.
Yay.
Yay.
There you go. So that's a $5.
Okay.
It's all about food. Don't forget that.
I
At least
know.
mine is.
Okay. Offerings.
Memories.
Foods.
Menu.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
wow.
How could I do
Okay.
that in one?
No, that's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna love this one.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Potato.
Mash.
Good.
Yay.
Wow. My next one was going to be smashed. No, it couldn't have been
No,
because that's
'cause
part of
you
the
get it
word. Would have
wrong.
heard the judge go. Eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Gob.
Mulch.
Gullet.
Gob and gullet. Go ahead.
Chew.
I don't know. Mouth.
Yes.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No.
Trying to make this harder than it is.
Who is?
Me. Me. Okay. So what was that? 3? It was in 3?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
3.
Okay. Oh, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Fluff.
Marshmallow.
Yes.
All right.
Which goes full circle with what we were talking about before with the marshmallows.
Yeah.
And the yams. Yeah.
Initials.
Monogram.
Yes.
All right.
Good job.
All right. That was a good clue.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And this one's my last one.
Okay.
Thank God. Okay. Ziti.
Manicotti. Macaroni.
There you go. I guess technically that's a 4, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I did 2 guesses.
All right. For, I guess, macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
People make that for Thanksgiving. I don't make that for Thanksgiving. Do you? Do you make that?
No,
for
but people in the South make a lot of macaroni and cheese.
That's
So
true.
that's where he could be getting that from, because I think that is a staple down here for Thanksgiving.
I think so,
macaroni
too.
And cheese. Mhm.
Alrighty. So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 40. We actually did 40.
Really?
Even with the
Wow.
debacle. Yeah, even with a Tuesday debacle. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, not bad.
All right.
Hey, you know what? So we have 9 of these. As far as I'm concerned, as long as we get more than 9.
Well, to be honest, we're doing pretty well. I mean, oftentimes we get things in 1 and we're a little bit hard on ourselves when we don't get it in 1 for
I
some
know.
reason.
Sure.
So maybe just cutting a little bit more slack
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
like the way to go. But,
Yeah.
you know. Okay, I have 1 word left that's going to lead us into our What Do You Think Of segment.
Okay.
And the word is money.
Money.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. AC/DC came to my mind. Money talks.
Oh, that's good. Time is
Yeah.
money.
Oh, good one. Good one. I know there's a show that's called Fast Money.
Hmm. How about money clip?
That's a good one. How about Eddie Money? Ooh,
How about money ball?
good
That's
one.
a good movie.
That was a good movie. Yeah.
Mhm.
Money jar. Money jar. Yeah, that's
Sure.
a thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What about my money?
How about I got one? How about Money Pit?
Oh, nice. Good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about another movie.
I
right?
know, right? How about money sink?
I got another one. Easy Money.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
How about dirty money?
Oh, good one. Oh, how about Dark Money?
Blood money?
Oh. How about along those lines, money laundering?
How about family money?
Oh, okay. How about money tree?
Oh, nice. How about money
Yeah.
roll?
Oh, wow. Money.
Yeah.
Did we say money clip?
I said money clip. Yeah.
Okay, you did. Did I say money bag?
Mm-mm, no.
No. Okay, money bag.
Okay. How about paper money?
Good one. I think I'm moneyed out.
I can always do with more money.
Oh, mo money.
Mo money.
There you go.
That's the winner, baby.
There you
Ding,
go.
ding, ding. So we hope you liked that segment, and remember to follow us on Facebook and leave us a comment, keeping it about PG-16,
Yes, please.
and let us know what you think of when you think of money.
Money.
Oh, yeah.
So for sports, I'm just going to talk a little bit about NFL. Last Sunday was part of the NFL International Series, of which the game was in Germany. So it was the Seattle Seahawks against the Tampa Bay Bucks. And the Bucks won 21-16, which also made Tom Brady the first player ever to win an NFL game in 4 different countries.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's one game left in the international series.
Wow.
That's in Mexico City tonight. And that's the Arizona Cardinals against the San Francisco 49ers. And the only other thing I just want to mention is that there's 3 games on Thanksgiving Day. First one is 12:30, the Bills against the Detroit Lions, and that's on CBS. Then the next game is a 4:30 game. The New York Giants are playing the Dallas Cowboys, and that's going to be on Fox. And then the evening game is 8:20, the New England Patriots against the Minnesota Vikings on NBC.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll be watching.
I know you will.
I'm always glued to the TV on Thanksgiving Day. You know, food and NFL, that's where it's at.
Yeah. I watch a lot of movies on Thanksgiving Day.
Do you?
Yeah.
A lot of people go to the movies on Thanksgiving Day. I guess that's a thing, huh?
Christmas too.
Yeah, Christmas too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's a family thing.
It is. It's time for Pineapple Corner.
Let's do it.
Yay!
Yay!
Season 2, episode 5. Meat is murder, but murder is also
murder.
The cold open is in 1987, and banana nut muffins are presented to Henry as an apology for something that Sean did to get out of his grounding so he could go see RoboCop.
Right.
And he tells Henry that he made these muffins with his special recipe. And of course,
all
Henry
by
catches
himself.
him.
Yeah.
And Henry catches him in a lie because Gus is hiding in the pantry wearing the cutest apron I ever saw that says, "Cook 'em, Dano."
Was that adorable?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was so cute. So Henry tells him that a lie always leads to more lies. Cut to the present day. And Gus is pulling up in the Blueberry with his Uncle Burton, who's visiting from New Jersey.
That's right.
And Uncle Burton is played by John Amos, who is actually from New Jersey. And he's been in lots of stuff, but he's probably best known for Roots, Good Times, and Coming to America. He's complaining about everything. That they're not getting a valet to the restaurant, and Gus is like, this restaurant doesn't have a valet. He's like, do I have to put tokens in the stall to go to the bathroom? He's just complaining about everything.
Grumpy guy,
crotchety.
Yeah.
So Sean comes up to introduce himself, and Gus is like, he knows who you are, he knows what you do, don't speak.
There was a reason for that.
Yes. Uncle Burton thinks Gus is the psychic detective, and Sean is his assistant, because he was speaking to his great aunt over the phone, and she's hard of hearing and generally out of it, so she misunderstood what he said. So his entire mom's side of the family thinks he's a psychic detective. So Uncle Burton will make it his mission to destroy Gus if he thinks he lied to him. So Sean has decided that they're going to go along with it. He's got a plan.
Yeah.
You know, he won't let this man destroy him. They catch a case, and Uncle Burton's like, you got to take it. You know, the cops need you. You're the only psychic detective in the area. And he goes, maybe this won't be the most boring vacation in the world after all. And Sean goes to Gus, I can't wait to watch you work your psychic magic. So they head over to the crime scene, and Vince Wagner is a longtime food critic at the Santa Barbara Mirror, and he died after eating his wife's chicken soup,
which is a newspaper in Santa Barbara.
So Jules wants Sean to get a read on the wife because she's acting a little bit suspicious.
Right.
And Gus is like, you know, I can't do this. And Sean's like, yes, you can. You make some observations, you form a conclusion, and you reveal it to everybody in a ridiculous and or roundabout way. So he shows them. He looks at a couple things, opens the oven, opens the fridge, whatever. And he tells Gus what to do. And the wife is a terrible cook, and her husband rated everything she did, and she never broke 2 stars. And I felt so bad for her. And even Sean's like, that's awfully harsh.
Yeah. I like that other part that he also said, put your hand to your head. It really helps sell the thing.
So she kept cooking for her husband because he had a bad checkup, and she was making him a healthy meal once a week to try and mitigate the fact that he ate out all the time.
Right.
Turns out she didn't kill him. But Sean sees his tongue is black, before they leave, and he goes to the candy emporium and buys like 100 different lollipops
for research.
To see which one turned his tongue black, and he came up with none. And Gus says the thing that turned his tongue black is bismuth subsalicylate.
Didn't the dude play for the Mavericks?
He's like, it's the active ingredient in those pink stomach medications. And Sean says he was murdered before the wife cooked him his chicken soup, because that's why he asked for it, because it's the ultimate I'm feeling sick meal. Uncle Burton is there, and Gus has to now perform to get a new hit on the case. And he's like, oh, spirits, help me solve the murder of Vince Wagner. Show me what transpired. And Sean's standing behind Uncle Burton acting everything out.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts.
It's ridiculous because Sean's like miming he ate, he typed his column, the restaurant guy read it, he got mad and he killed him. And then Gus is like, I don't understand what I'm seeing. And then kind of gives it to him in a little more simplified version. And Gus does it. So he goes to the cops, and Sean has a plan. But he tells Gus he wanted him to say poison when they were office, so he needs to get it right this time. Sean walks into Chief Vic's office shouting like, hemp pencils! Sheila eat tomato bark! And he says the visions are so intense for this case, everything's all mixed up. So they figure out that Antonio's was the last place he ate. So they go there, and they say they're there for a surprise inspection. And Chef Antonio tells them that he just had one a couple of days ago. Yeah. So Antonio said Vince Wagner made his life miserable, and he said that he's glad that he was dead. Lassie winds up arresting him, but Sean knows it's the wrong guy because of the way Antonio slices his mushrooms. He slices them in strips, and they were cubed in the risotto that was in Wagner's fridge.
Right.
So he knows it was cooked somewhere else, but Lassie doesn't want to hear it. They decide that they're going to pursue this case anyway, because Uncle Burton comes up and thanks Gus. He shakes his hand and he thanks him. And he says, like, this was the best time that he's ever had. And Gus is like, oh, my God, he's being nice to me. I have to solve this case because Uncle Burton is totally into detective shows. And he keeps bringing up all these different detective shows like Hill Street Blues,
Diagnosis Murder, Ghost Whisperer, Matlock.
The Rockford Files. Murder, She Wrote.
That's right.
So they have to find out who else had a motive. And they go to the Mirror to see if another chef had a motive. And his assistant brings out this angry chef letters binder. And Gus is like, this is all hate mail? And he's like, well, I wouldn't call it hate mail. It ranges from mild dislike to extreme abhorrence mail. And Sean says, is there any I wish you were dead mail? And he's like, yes, we've got those too.
Yes, of course.
Any one of these chefs could have made the risotto and killed the critic. So they need to go to all the restaurants and talk to all the chefs. So they go to all of these awesome restaurants. And
I know. This is so good. Oh,
it's
my God.
them and Uncle Burton.
All three of them eating like kings.
Oh my God. They're questioning the chefs, and all the chefs are making them their award-winning and signature dishes. They get jambalaya, they get miso yellowtail roll, they get white chocolate tiramisu, and they even get lobster. And the chef for the lobster is like, what are you guys doing here?
Your critic was never here.
And they're just stuffing their faces. And Uncle Burton's like, I'm gonna unbutton my pants and go to the car, and he's happy. So from doing all of this, they bring up the question again, like, why was the critic so unhappy? He was eating out all the time. This was a great gig. This was a great job. So they decide that they're going to go and see if there's anybody who put in for that job who they think might be a suspect. So Sean gets a job at the paper as the astrological forecaster. So the editor tells them that everybody wants this job. They're all vying for it, and they've got over 100 applications for this gig. So he's like, all right, we got to narrow this down. They go talk to the only mushroom farmer in the tri-state area, and they ask about these death cap mushrooms. And they only grow in the wild. And he says that there's somebody else who came just a few days ago asking about these mushrooms. And
do you have a description?
Yeah, they give him this wild description. He's like, He was 9 feet tall. He had sunshine coming out of his mouth and a hippopotamus for a hand. And they're like, oh my God.
Yeah, this guy's high.
Yeah, he's completely whacked out.
Yeah.
So they go back and Henry's waiting in the psych office and he reads, Sagittarius, please return the BB gun you confiscated from your son in the 2nd grade.
Right.
P.S. You are a cranky pants. And Henry lets them know that there's a veggie burger debacle that happened in Antonio's.
Right.
He was putting beef broth in the veggie burgers because the vegetarians were complaining that there was no flavor in them. So the vegan vigilante, a lady named Miss Dwyer, is lobbying to shut Antonio's down by any means necessary.
Right.
And currently she's chained to a drive-through and she's screaming, meat is murder. Your fellow creatures have a right to live. And she's just kind of screaming this over and over. And Gus and Sean kind of question her a little bit, and he decides that she's the murderer.
Well, Gus does. Gus decides.
Gus decides. And he's waiting for Uncle Burton to do the big reveal. So Uncle Burton gets there, and he's arriving quickly because he's going to leave for the airport soon. And he's got this postcard, and he's going to tell the rest of the family how awesome Gus is. And Gus comes over and he's doing the big reveal and he's saying everything. And she's like, meat is murder. And he's like, but murder is also murder.
Murder, Mr. Dwyer.
And he's laying it all down. And then Lassie bursts his bubble completely.
Yeah.
And it's not her. She was not there. And they just had another death. Right. From somebody disposing of the death cap mushrooms.
Right. A homeless guy. Yeah.
Yes. Antonio couldn't have done it either because he was in custody. So they know they don't have the right person.
Right.
So Uncle Burton just rips the postcard up and he's like, psychic bogus. And he rips it up, and then they have to take it to the airport because they just don't have any more leads.
Yeah.
And Gus is feeling completely dejected. And on the way, Uncle Burton actually gives them the clue that they need. He said that he left one of his hippo shirts in the hotel, and he tells him it's got a hippopotamus on the sleeve.
Right. And so Sean put it all together.
And he tells Gus. So Gus flips a quick Yui.
Yep.
And he's got to figure it out, but they don't know how they're going to convey it to everybody because the cops think he's a psychic, and the newspaper thinks he's a psychic, but Uncle Burton thinks Gus is a psychic, and they've got it all mixed up. So Sean's like, I've got an idea, scream something nonsensical. And Gus says, key laces, shoe boards,
pineapples.
Yeah.
There's your pineapple
there
right there.
It is.
Yep.
And Sean's like, oh no, the visions are too intense for one person to decipher. So Sean palms Gus's forehead.
Magic head.
Magic head. And Gus puts his hand on the back of Sean's head, and they're both gripping each other's heads so much. Like, oh!
Right.
So they keep handing off the reveal back and forth by slapping one another and
punching one another,
stamping on one another's feet, and it's just like everybody's like, oh,
ouch!
It's excruciating.
Yeah.
But they do wind up solving the murder, and Uncle Burton is very proud. So at the end, Sean draws up an employment contract for the non-psychic associate or the assistant, because this entire time Uncle Burton has been busting his chops as the assistant over the things that he should have been doing since Gus is the psychic, like cleaning up and doing things like that. So Sean has taken advantage of this situation, and he has made a contract, and Gus is like, I'm not going to sign it. And Uncle Burton's like, it's because you don't know what name to use, is it? Because he's also been bent about the fact that Gus goes by Gus instead of Burton because his name is Burton.
That's really the whole thing.
So he tells him, you can sign it whatever way you want to sign it, and he gives him his blessing, and he kind of leaves. And then Sean's like, sign this thing, and he's like, Gus is like, I'm not signing it. He's like, but he said you could sign it any way you want. He's like, I'm not signing it. He's like, you could sign it Don Cheadle.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
It's a good episode.
My favorite was the Gus parts that he was trying to pretend to be a psychic.
Oh
that was my favorite parts. It was
so funny.
Yeah.
My favorite parts was when Sean was just shouting the nonsense that
Mhm.
Gus had to interpret for
Right.
everybody. I
Yeah.
mean, it was just ridiculous. The things that he was saying, it's a lot of fun. And it's
Mhm.
also nice
Always
to
a lot of
see.
fun.
Yeah, it was nice because Gus got to take the lead.
Yes.
And it
That's
was
right.
it's just fun.
It was good.
A kind of role reversal.
Yeah. It's Greek to me. We're going to head into the Greek kitchen again.
Okay.
All right. And I know you're expecting letter M to be moussaka, right?
Yes.
But it's not.
Oh.
Even though that's my favorite dish. But I figured since it was Thanksgiving, let me talk about the Greek traditional stuffing that we put into turkey.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a little different. It's not like a fluffy kind. It's more or less like a thick chili is how I can describe it. Yeah. It's totally different. So you start with sauteing onions and garlic in butter or olive oil, your choice, or even both. You add ground beef, salt and pepper, and then you add chestnuts. And chestnuts is what gives it the body.
Uh-huh.
And then rice. And then my favorite are the pine nuts.
Yeah, I love pine nuts.
Oh, I love the pine nuts. I used to pick them out.
Uh-huh.
So that's really the recipe. You cook it up, you stuff the turkey, and my mom, your grandmother, used to sew the turkey. She had this heavy thread and this big needle, and she used to sew it. Sew the neck. So she used to stuff it there and sew the cavity, zip, 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 give it stitches,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's how we had Greek stuffing.
So you stuff the poultry with beef.
Yes. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I looked online to see if I can see any other variations, and there was not only beef, but some people had pork, and some people would add lemon juice or orange juice, which is like a typical thing for Greeks, with the orange or the lemon.
Yeah.
But she never used to do that. Her recipes were always very simple recipes, But yeah, rice and chestnuts is the big thing.
Yeah. So did you? Yeah.
So that's the traditional Greek stuffing. I know. I happen to like the bread stuffing myself, I'll be honest. But I do, I haven't had it in years and years. Of course, Mom has passed, but
I've never had that. No.
Okay.
Mostly, I think because we never did Thanksgiving on the Greek side.
No.
We always did on my mom's side. That
Right.
was always one of their holidays. So we were never over for Thanksgiving.
Right. And then when you were like a teenager, late teenager, you would come to my house.
Right.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys would come over. So
Yeah.
I haven't had the whole family over in a long time. But anyway, so that's the Greek traditional stuffing. Different.
So are you having anybody over for Thanksgiving this year?
Yeah, we're having Paul and Kathy over, so it's just going to be the four of us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to start cooking early.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, and then get ready for the football games. We're figuring we're going to eat between football game number 1 and number 2.
That sounds good.
Yeah, sounds about right. It's just you, Mom, and the kid, right?
Yeah, because, we did Christmas in October in New Jersey, which kind of covered Thanksgiving too.
Mhm.
And I do Thanksgiving with my friends in July. So it's just a small little thing for us, which is nice because it's like no drama that way,
Yeah, I hear you. Just a lot of food.
Definitely. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to tell your friends and follow us on Facebook at Sense and Nonsense, A to Z, all one word. And if you're listening on YouTube, remember to like our episodes, subscribe to our channel, and be sure to hit the notification bell ding, to get notified of each episode as it becomes available.
We appreciate you listening. With that, we're out of here.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.